do love being a dad, though. People treat you differently when you're holding a newborn, especially in strip clubs.
Hey, that was a trick joke, fella. Let's trick one. Trick, 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 trick.
I am trying to be more responsible. I'm a father now, that's right. I became a priest, thank you. Bless you. It's interesting, when I was single, I never really saw myself as a family man. But now that I'm married and I have 2 beautiful children, it's really made me appreciate being alone. It's hard. My daughter's 4, my son's 2. I tell you, it's exhausting watching my wife do all that work. She should get some help. I can barely nap through the screaming. My wife does do everything, yeah. It's hard to complain around the mother of a small child. You're like, yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night.
Oh, really? I slept for a minute. And I was breastfeeding during that minute.
That's rough. Can you get me a beer?
He is a jerk.
Tell you, explaining things to my kids makes me realize how little I know. Recently, my son pointed to an antenna and said, "Look, Daddy, stick!" And I said, "Actually, that's an antenna." He goes, "What's an antenna?" "It's a stick." "It's a silver stick." "You nailed it, buddy." I always feel dumb. Yeah. Doesn't help that my wife spells everything in front of my kids.
Don't tell anyone about the ICECREAM.
Who's in the emergency room? And why do I want a dilly bar? Because you can't say the words ice cream in front of a 4-year-old. They hear a commitment.
Yeah, I'll have ice cream.
Daddy was just saying the words ice cream.
I'll have it right now. Chocolate.
Went to a birthday party for a 4-year-old. That was awkward. Probably because I wasn't invited. The cake came out. I love how we serve ice cream with cake.
You know what'd be good with this sugar bread? Some frozen sugar milk.
Let's give it to the 4-year-old, see how they respond. Oh, they're going crazy. Baby at home. Babies are a lot of work. I try and pitch in. I do diapers. I mean, I don't change them, but I go, you gotta do this diaper. No, we have 3 other kids, too. A 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. I should probably learn their names. Try and be a good dad. I sat the older 3 down and I explained to them that the new baby does not mean I love them any less, but I will have to let one of them go. So if anyone knows of a toddler rescue, maybe we could get Sarah McLachlan to do the commercial.
I will remember.
I love that commercial. Even the dogs in that commercial are like, this is a little heavy-handed, Sarah. We are just dogs, after all. There are still kids starving in Africa, right? I mean,
I don't like that joke at all. Why would he put that joke in this special? 4 kids. Bedtime is a crisis.
that's why I'm here right now. It's too hard. They act like they've never been to sleep before. Bed? What's that? No, I don't want to do that. Then it becomes some hostage negotiation, but in reverse. Look, if you stay in there, I will give you whatever you want. I will meet your demands. What do you want, a helicopter to Cuba? Anything. Just stay in there. There's always one awake. Like they're taking shifts. All right, I'll annoy him from midnight to 2. Who wants 3 to 6? Now let's lie down and practice kicking him in our sleep. Because my wife has instituted this open door policy where if one of our kids has a nightmare, they're welcome to come in our room and pee in our bed. Luckily, that only happens every night. You ever slept next to someone that's wet the bed? Delicious. You're asleep, right? So when you wake up, your first thought is, oh my God, I wet the bed. Then your next thought is, it's not that wet. I'll just scoot over a little bit. If I pretend to be asleep, maybe she'll deal with it. Oh, I didn't even notice. Hey, while you're up, can you make me a sandwich? Thanks, honey.
It is chaos at home. I feel like I'm living with a bunch of drunk people.
Everyone's wetting the bed, screaming. It's Jersey Shore, folks. It's like Jersey Shore with a lot more sunscreen. Imagine 4 miniature versions of me, but not as dark-skinned as me, that need sunscreen or they will die. Don't open the refrigerator, you'll kill yourself!
I'm raising vampires.
I'm not looking forward to summer at all. Oh, we're going to the beach next week? All right, I'm going to start putting sunscreen on them now. So take a day and a half.
But I like being a dad. I do. We have a 1-year-old at home who, for the first year of his life, has slept a total of 1 minute. But it's worth it, you know? There's screaming, there's smells, you don't sleep. I was out of town and I drove by a skunk and all I could think was, I miss my baby. Because babies are magic. They are. Because they're the worst roommates. Like, if you had a roommate that did one of the things a newborn does, you'd be like, you're moving out. I mean... You can't even reason with a baby. You can be like, what the hell was going on last night? You were hitting the bottle pretty hard. Then you started screaming and you threw up on me? Then you passed out and wet yourself. I went in the other room to get you some dry clothes. I come back, you're all over my wife's breasts. Dude, you gotta move out. I mean... It's always fun when the mother breastfeeds. The baby always looks right at the dad like, what are you going to do about it? Man of the house, my ass. Why don't you take a walk, leave your credit card? Every year when my wife has her annual baby, it feels that way. By the way, the gifts stop after the second kid. With the 5th kid, people barely respond to the email announcement. Yeah, we'll get him next baby. Once I had a friend come up to me and go, hey, congratulations on the new baby. I know how you feel. We just got a puppy. I was like, what? And I love dogs, so I understand it. But, like, babies are the only types of humans that could be compared to an animal, and it's okay. Like, you could never be like, heard you're getting married. I know how you feel. I used to have a pig. Bit of advice on a hot day, hose that bride down. She'll love it, because they can't breathe. Their skin can't. My wife loves talking on the phone, and I would rather be hit by a car. I'm not saying a big car, but a Mini Cooper, I'd take that over a 20-minute conversation. She's always like, it seems like you're trying to get off the phone. I am. I love you. I just can't hold my arm up for this long. I can't believe any of us talk on the phone. There's email and text. Sometimes my phone rings and I look at it and I think, this person better be calling to tell me their hands are chopped off. I just wanted to hear your voice, Daddy. Buy my album. Tumors compared to fruit, sometimes they're compared to balls, like a golf ball or a softball. But the surgeon looked at me and thought, I'm going to stick with food. I got a better shot of this fat ass understanding. I joke around, but it was scary. We have 5 children, and there were moments when I was like, oh my gosh, if anything happens to my wife, those 5 kids are going to be put up for adoption. Some of these jokes are just for the fathers. My two youngest are 6 and 7-year-old boys, and they're total savages. They're constantly picking on me. They're jumping on me. And they pick on me. How they pick on me recently is they make fun of what they call my huge boy part. Now, before you think I'm walking around the house naked, or in fact have a huge boy part, you should know that, like, when you have young sons, you have to constantly encourage them to use the bathroom. And if you're a dad, sometimes you pee with them. So that's why they've seen my boy part. But that doesn't explain why sometimes at dinner they'll just point at me and giggle and go, "Dad and his huge boy part." And I never know what to say. I'm like, "Guilty." Got me again. Didn't you hear that, honey? I try to be a good dad. I feel like I make more of an effort than my father. My dad's generation, they didn't have to do anything. My dad never went to a parent-teacher conference. My dad didn't even know I went to school. My father couldn't be bothered to turn his head if something was happening behind him. What the hell's going on back there? I don't know if he couldn't turn his head or if it wasn't worth the effort. What the hell's going on back there? We're celebrating my birthday. Keep it down, I'm watching Ironsides. Happy birthday to you. My children give me guilt trips I wouldn't even contemplate. Like my daughter was in a play on Thursday and Friday, so I went on Thursday night, and then Friday morning she saw me with my rolly bag, and she was like, "Oh, you're not coming to my show tonight?" You've never been to one of my shows. I do 300 a year. My big plan was to teach my children responsibility by selling posters after one of my shows. So I texted my teenager, I'm like, "Do you want to sell posters after my show? I'll pay you." She texted back, "Great, sounds good." So then I texted my teenager, I'm like, "Do you want to sell posters after my show? I'll pay you." He texted back, "No thanks, I don't need the money." He doesn't have any money. He has my money. I just texted back, "You're out of the will." I'm kidding, he was never in it. If my father asked me to do something, he wouldn't even stick around for an answer. "You want to shovel the driveway?" And then he'd just leave. It was understood I was going to shovel the driveway or move out. I was kind of frightened of my dad. My children treat me like some bank teller they reluctantly have to deal with. Once a week, they just appear in front of me. "Mom said I could get a shark, so I guess I need your credit card." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" "He's yelling again, Mom!" If my dad was in a room in the house, I wouldn't go to that side of the house. "I'll just pee outside." And I had all these older siblings that used to send me in there to ask questions. "Go ask Dad if I'm good at Dairy Queen." I'm not doing it. "Go, you're too young to kill." "Dad, what the hell do you want?" He said no. When I didn't have kids, I didn't understand my dad at all. And by the way, if you don't have children, none of this should make sense. Like, even the concept of a Saturday night. When you don't have kids, you're like, "Saturday!" And when you're a parent, you're like, "Who can we pay to come to this house? Watch this child." And your standards drop so dramatically. Initially, you're like, "They should have a PhD," and then you're like, "Well, how long were they in jail?" Murder, it wasn't children, right? A Satanist, they'll fit right in. I do try to travel with my kids whenever I can. I have 5 children, so it's not easy, but because